Yo, yo, yo. What is up? Final game in DC for this season, man. Final time being able to see the beer snake. Let me make sure I have the rosters for this. This one. Okay, not ABC. That's why I was confused for a bit. Here we go. And there's the roster set up. Perfect, 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 perfect. Yeah, Arlington and DC. This should be a pretty good game. I know out of all the games for this week, this one has the least meaning towards it. But it still should be a fun game. Both of these teams looking for something to grasp onto at the end of the season here. Yeah, I am excited to see how this one goes. Bam. Okay, a few minutes out from kickoff here, and both of these teams, they desperately need something to grasp onto at the end of the season, and this is a good game for it. I would not be surprised if throughout the course of this game we see some changes to both of these teams when it comes to the starters. With it being the final week of the season and both of these teams not really having a lot to play for, just the idea that they want to see what they have in some of these other guys on the roster is definitely a possibility. Is Arlington getting the ball first? It seems so. Yeah, I have today when it comes to for attendance numbers for today's day for today's games. I really don't fully know how they're gonna look, especially compared to yesterday with St. Louis. Birmingham was a little less than I expected yesterday for how big that game was, but I know that one had a little bit of some weather issues beforehand. And yeah, it seems like Perez is warming up on the sideline, so Arlington will start off with the ball. I have Arlington winning today. I have them pulling off the upset just because they've shown more recently. But really, this one could go either way. Yeah, DC set to kick this one off. The return is going to begin from about the 5-yard line. Working the right side, going to get up past the 30 to about the 33-ish yard line. So Luis Perez will begin from there. I mean, like, really, no matter how this game ends, both teams arguably had a really disappointing of a season. Because, I mean, like, Arlington was coming off of the XFL championship. DC were the runner-ups last year for that game. So, like, them both missing the playoffs is rough. But Perez in shotgun, back to his right. First play of the game, sending the tight end in motion. Going to just hand it off up the middle, and it goes nowhere. Stonewalled at about the line of scrimmage. Might have fought forward for about a yard. Either way, is Devion Smith on the carry. And yeah, just not a great first play of the game. I mean, yeah, gain a yard, but come on, I gotta get the momentum up. Strike early and quick. Perez alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. DC looking like they're sending some pressure, and they do. Quick pass left side is going to be caught and brought down instantly at about the 39-yard line for a gain of 5. That was Isaiah Winstead on the reception. Isaiah Winstead, an East Carolina grad, which means I'm sure he's liking how their baseball team is doing right now. They've been a fun team to see the highlights of. 3rd and 4, Perez right back in shotgun, alone in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Damn near everyone is lined up at the line of scrimmage. DC drops back, fake blitz, gonna throw it left side, caught past the 50 to the plus 49-yard line. It is Tyler Vaughn on the reception. Yeah, that was fun. DC on the defensive alignment legit had 10 guys lined up at the line of scrimmage, and then just they dropped back from there. But they definitely tried to create some confusion amongst Arlington's offense there that just didn't work out. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the right, now shifting the back to his left. Sending a man in motion, going to touch pass it, and has plenty of space to run past the 40, stepping out of bounds at about the 37. That's enough for the first down. That's Deontay Burnett on the reception of the touch pass. So hey, very solid drive so far for Arlington. They're moving. They're doing kind of what they need to here. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, sending the receiver in motion again. This time going to flea flicker, looking to throw deep down left side. Receiver has a step, placed in a bucket, but dropped. Tyler Vaughn drops a ball that was placed absolutely perfectly by Luis Perez at the 2. Oh yeah, he needs to catch that. That was a perfectly placed throw. He needs to hang on to that one. He needs to. Perez not going to hand it off in 2nd and 10 up the middle. Plenty of space to run for Devion Smith. Breaking tackles past the 20. 15 tackle, finally brought down at the 10. A great piece of running on that play after the incompletion. And it was just a very simple halfback dive. Just, again, great piece of running. It needed to break one more tackle, but just couldn't. So they're saying ball on the 11. Perez in shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this one off once again to Devion Smith. And this time he fights forward to, honestly, gain about 5. Maybe 4, maybe 5. So what looked like kind of no rushing lanes at first, he somehow finds enough to pick up a solid chunk of yards on first down. And Sal Cannella is stepping into the game for this upcoming play. It is 2nd and 5. Perez alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Going to look to throw a quick pass left side and incomplete. Tyler Vaughn again can't hang. No, that was number 11. That was Luwan Winningham. Nearly high pointing that pass out of the air, but just couldn't hang on. Hey, it was a good throw by Perez. Luwan had his hands on it. That's one he should bring down, but okay, 3rd and 5 now. You don't need the end zone per se. If you get to the 1 yard line, they'll pick up the first. But there's movement up front because the play clock went down to 0. We'll see what the call is here exactly. Most likely it will be delay of game. Yeah, delay of game on Arlington. So they're backing up to the 11-yard line. We saw yesterday with the Michigan-Birmingham game that red zone penalties can lose you games. If Michigan would have scored a touchdown on that drive instead of the field goal, where they were at one point down to like the 4, the entire game would have been different. But now Arlington back at the 11. Perez in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Quick pass right side to Sal Cannella on a little bit of a slot tight end screen that gains only about 2, maybe 3. And that will set up 4th down and a field goal try for Arlington, I would imagine. I do not like that play call at all. Yeah, that's right. We're expecting rulings on Atlanta and Philly's tampering stuff this week, which that should be fun, depending on the outcome for me. 27-yard kick is up and good. Arlington scores on their opening drive and takes a 3-0 lead. So, a solid first drive for Arlington. Definitely have a few things they can work on, for sure. But, hey, they score first, they get ball first, and do what they needed to do. It's not much else you can really ask for besides that ball going in the end zone instead of through the uprights. Yeah, that brings us to the first commercial break of all this. But yeah, it's been a. Last night was great. I might as well just talk about it. So, as soon as I ended the stream last night, I made my way over to Game 6 for Rangers Panthers. And boy, was it a great time, man. It was a playoff game in any sport has a different kind of energy to it, even just watching it over on TV. But being in the stands for it, it was truly a special experience. We were still at commercial break. Commercial break. So not missing anything. Let me get my setup here a little bit better. There we go. But yeah. So the matchups are set for next week. Birmingham and Michigan, which that we knew that matchup the entire time. But the big one is St. Louis and San Antonio are going to be playing in St. Louis. That gives a great advantage for St. Louis because we saw yesterday that they brought in damn near 35,000 people. They're going to bring in a lot of people for the playoff for next week. And if St. Louis makes a championship, that stadium might completely sell out. Like, I'm really looking forward to the energy in those games. But yeah, Arlington now set to kick this one away, and we will see Jordan Teamu. I mean, I would show the so at some point. My plan was to do it this week, but probably will do it next week. Is I will have a ticker at the bottom that shows the stats. But for now, like this is just easy because it's also kind of hard to find box scores for the UFL because I do not like how the Fox website does it. As the kick is going to be returned past the 40, plenty of space down the right side past the 50, and brought out of bounds at the plus 35 is Chris Rowland on the kick return. He has been a great special team player this season, and he shows it there once again. To be fair, the kickoff wasn't that great, but man, was that good return. But you got probably what players are you on the lookout for? I can always keep the exact stats updated. You're saying ball in the plus 33. Yeah, DC's first drive of the game is in excellent starting field positioning. Teamu and shotgun back to his right. Sending the receiver in motion, going to look to throw on 1st and 10. Passing down the left side and just out of the reach of the tight end. Not Alex Ellis is yeah, I think it is Alex Ellis. Alex Ellis, something like that. I knew how to pronounce it, but then I didn't call a DC game for a few weeks, so. Teamu under center on 2nd down now. Back behind him. Going to hand this one off, trying to work that left side. No, cutting it back up the middle. And he fumbles it, and DC recovers it back at the line of scrimmage. What would have been a 3-yard gain at the most is instead a no gain, thanks to the Cameron Harris fumble. And yeah, that's a clear fumble. Good heads up play by 2 offensive linemen to make sure they fell back on top of it. But a great peanut punch by Arlington as well. So 3rd and 10 now. Teamu and shotgun, a back to each side, going to look to throw. Stepping up, has some time in the pocket now, going to try to keep it himself. And only going to get to about the 26-yard line. So gain of about 7 on the play, but what was fantastic starting field positioning might only end in a field goal, if that, because we have to hope the kicker can make it. it's not even like there was no one necessarily open on that play. Like he had some receivers he could have tried to fit it into. He took the safer route into it. But just crossed the 7 minute mark in the first. There's about 6:50 left, and Matt McCrane is on to try and tie the game. The 44-yard field goal try from the right hash. Snap good, hold good, kick is up, and straight down the middle. We have ourselves a tied game after the two opening drives. So Arlington, and even with the game tied, Arlington is definitely looking like the better team. Defense forced a 3-and-out, and their offense was able to move with ease. Meanwhile, DC was a very, very bend don't break style of defense, and the offense barely did anything, if that. But that brings us to another commercial break. ABC's broadcast is looking a lot like Fox today. Yeah, we're at commercial break. With it being June 2nd, a lot of NFL teams are getting their post June 1st cut money. So Miami is now up to like 18.6 million, I believe, in salary cap. So that's good. I'm expecting Miami to now work on signing another kind of like bigger name player leading up to everything. I expected before training camp we'll see Miami sign someone else with that money. Or if anything, they can really use that to like work on extending Phillips, Holland, and Tua. But the thing is, like, with extending Tua, that frees up salary cap money as well. So because it pushes some of his fifth-year option throughout the rest of the deal. Yeah, we're at commercial break after DC tied the game on their opening drive. And it's been DC's having that first drive for DC was weird considering where they started with field positioning wise. Like, I mean, you start on a plus 33 and only move the ball 7 yards. Not a great look. They need to try to turn it. On the next drive, the offense needs to get something properly going. But to be fair, again, I do have Arlington to win today. So I don't fully get. Yeah, Arlington has been a team of kind of just disappointments, really. 3 different games this season, Arlington has had a chance to win it late. They've blown 2 fourth quarter leads. In the case of the game against St. Louis, they missed the game-winning kick, which allowed St. Louis to win it. That was back in week 2. Obviously, the last time these two teams played in week 3 was a game-winning kick for DC. So, like, that's fair. Like, both of these two, again, this game could go either way. The first time these two teams played, it was the 1-point game. It's hard to say. The kickoff is going to go out of bounds. So DC just had really good field positioning. Arlington is now going to start at midfield because of the kick going out of bounds. Yeah, like the spread closed at -1. So, like, if DC can find a rhythm, then yeah, they in theory should win because Arlington's defense is kind of an iffy spot for them. But like if DC's offense can't get into any kind of rhythm, then because like, they do need to match Arlington's offense. Arlington's offense has been really good this year and better than the 2-7 record that they have. First play of this drive, Perez is alone in shotgun, three receivers to the left, two to the right, looking to throwing right side, and is going to overthrow Sal Cannella by about a yard, maybe two. Had a step, kind of just overthrew the window that Cannella was in. So there's windows between the linebacker level and the safety level, and Cannella ran kind of a wheel-ish route. It was one of those fake receiver screens wheels. So like there's a window you need to throw that ball into, and Perez just put it too far. But now in shotgun, a back to his right. Perez going to hand this one off and being patient in the backfield and finally cutting up and gaining 6 yards on the carry is Devin Darrington. Or is it? Yeah, Darrington. Yeah, or Darrington. Solid piece of running though on second down to make it 3rd and 4. Ball now on the 44-yard line. Perez in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw. Pressure gets there quickly. He's just going to try to throw it away. But that very well could be intentional grounding. He gets the throwaway though, so if it's not, it's still 4th and 4. But there's the flag coming in. Yeah, that's a pretty obvious intentional grounding. So there's a 10-yard penalty and loss of down. So instead of having a chance to go for it on 4th and 4, Arlington's now definitely going to need to punt it away. And DC's defense comes up big on that one. Yeah, just a really good stunt on that blitz. Perez had Cannella open if he would have had like another second or two. But yeah, the pass went maybe a yard forward and then straight to the sideline. So no one was in the area, didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. It was very clear intentional grounding. And that's what DC can do. If DC can take advantage of some of the mistakes of Arlington, they did on Arlington's first drive by forcing them to kick a field goal. On this drive, they're forcing a punt. They're forcing a 4th and 16 instead of what would have been a 4th and 4. Punt comes off clean, going to be returned from inside the 10. And Chris Rowland trying to get to the left side, going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 22. So a solid return once again for DC's special teams unit. And now Jordan Teamu has a chance to try and take the lead. Just about 5 minutes left in the first quarter in this one. And again, this is the perfect opportunity for DC. First play of the drive sees Teamu in shotgun, a back to his left. A bunch set there, going to toss it left side and trying to find some kind of lane. Unable to really cut back inside, only gains about 2 yards on the play. That was Darius Haggins on the carry. And yeah, had a good block from the tackle on the outside, but when it comes to the inside blocking, it didn't really go well. Thus, only gain of 2. Teamu back in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, and bunch set, looking to throw. Trying to step up in the pocket, but not really able to. Throws it low at the feet of a receiver, and luckily isn't picked off as Arlington defender tried to make a great play on that ball. Pass was intended for Brandon Smith, and Ajeen Harris nearly dived down to make that interception. 4 minutes left in the first, 3rd and 8. And yeah, this is just DC's offense. We're not really consistent with anything. Tiami with shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Gonna roll out, trying to escape pressure, and then just threw it at the feet of Darius Haggins, which was kind of supposed to be a screenplay intention. It doesn't work. It's gonna be it was incomplete, and the second 3-and-out for DC's offense in this one. Man. I mentioned before the game started, I wouldn't be shocked if at some point today we see either of these teams trying to work in the younger guys and like the backups, because like this game isn't really for anything. Punt barely comes off clean, going to be returned from about the 35 and brought down at about the 44. So like I would not be shocked, because like I would not be shocked if we see was it Jalen McClendon come in for DC at quarterback at some point today, because similar to Birmingham yesterday, sometimes you just need a spark on the offense. Unlike Birmingham though, Tiamu isn't like Martinez where he can just provide that spark himself. Arlington's next drive begins with Perez in shotgun, a running back to his right, and 3 receivers to the right. Ball on about the 43, actually. Going to play action, look to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete, intended for Tyler Vaughn. Blanketed coverage, and nothing really open there. As much as I love as much as the UFL is fun to watch and everything, these noon kickoffs, man, I'm still not fully used to them. I will be eventually, even though this is the last week. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the right, looking to throw, quick pass left side. This time it is caught, but a great tackle to avoid a big play. Tyler Vaughn makes a reception and nearly broke that for a massive chunk. But instead, Garyon Conley gets him by the ankles and luckily was able to fully bring him down. Damn near a massive play for Arlington. But now it's 3rd and 4. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. There was a flag on the play. Looking right side. That's going to be incomplete, attended for Tyler Vaughn. There was a flag as soon as the ball was snapped. I assume this is going to be like illegal formation or illegal motion. No, it's offsides on DC. So that's going to give Arlington a first down. So the drive stays alive because of it. So 2 minutes left in the first, and Arlington has already a drive saving penalty going their way. Ball now on the plus 46. Perez in shotgun, back to his left. Going to play action, looking to throw over the middle, and is intercepted. Going to be Garyon Conley, who made a potential drive-saving tackle on 2nd down. Now he gets the interception on 1st down, and he's having himself a great day. And DC's looking to have some momentum here. He jumped this route perfectly. It was a glance/slant route, and he jumped it perfectly. He was pretty much playing receiver on that play. About a 7-ish yard interception return, and DC's looking to have some momentum going forward. Garyon Conley may have a massive impact on this drive. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left after sending the tight end in motion, looking to throw. Quick pass left side is going to be caught and fumbled. Fumbled. Ball still up. Who fell on it? I believe Arlington might have just fell on it. So an Arlington player does come up of the scrap with the ball, but are they ruling forward progress stopped? I think they are. So DC needs to hurry this up to get the ball snapped before it's challenged or reviewed. They do. Hand it off up the middle, and Cameron Harris gets past the 45, plus the 45 to the plus 44. And that is a terrible call by the refs. I'm pretty sure they're saying his forward progress was stopped, and thus the play is dead. But, I mean, that is like a damn near instantaneous. Tiamu going to keep it himself up the middle, going to gain about 2 yards on the QB keeper. And the game clock is ahead of the play clock by about a second, so they do not need to run one more play if they don't want to in this first quarter. And man, that is a rough call. Tiamu and shotgun back to his left. Again, they don't need to run another play, but they do. Looking to throw on 2nd and 8, trying to step up, and somehow gets rid of it, and it falls incomplete. Nearly a great play. It was on target to T.Y. Scott, but if Perez would have broken out of this sack here, he would have had plenty of space to run. But even then, he still has an accurate throw to the receiver, and that should have been caught. Nonetheless, that brings us to the end of the first quarter in this one, with the score being 3-3, and action started to pick up there at the end of the first. Yeah, we had to commercial break with that. So at this commercial break, I just want to say we are slowly approaching 100 subscribers. We're about 6 away. So if you are new, make sure you subscribe, and then also leave a like while you're at it. It's greatly appreciated. As I want to see, I need like a written explanation as to why that was called the way it was. Because I assume it's because of forward progress stopped, but Dean Blandino did explain it. But of course, with being live and everything, I don't want to have the sound on in case it's picked up. That was, to me, that I was trying to read Dean Blandino's lips as well, but they cut away from him because DC would again try to go a little bit of hurry up there. Trying to find an yeah. I mean, you could have had captions on, but that distracts from the game. Yeah, we're still at commercial break for the change of quarters. As I'm still trying to just find. Yeah, best logically explanation is that it was forward progress stopped, which it seemed like like a damn near instantaneous call then. Which has happened before. Doesn't mean necessarily like it. Here we go. Some beer snake numbers here. Yeah, 50 foot. If the beer snake eventually gets to 50 feet, it will be 2,400 cups of beer. as it is about 3 rows up at the moment. All right, first play of the second quarter. Teamu alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Ball on the plus 42. Looking to throw. Arlington's under pressure. Pass over the middle is going to be caught. It's short of the first anyway. So it'll be a gain of about 7 on 3rd and 8. It's Kiki QT on the reception. What was it like? I forget exactly what Madden. But like Madden 17 or 18, I believe. Like he was one of my go-to receivers. Yeah, 4th and 1, and it seems like DC is staying on the field offensively. Ball is on the plus 35. And they're going to call their first timeout as they couldn't get out of the huddle in time. It seemed like Teamu was looking for them to add time to the play clock because of like substitutions and whatnot, but they did not get granted that. We have 4th and 1. I assume they're gonna go for it here, which I get the decision making. Yeah, they keep the offense on the field after the timeout. It should be a relatively easy pickup, but then again, like DC is Teamu under center on 4th and 1. Making adjustments at the line. Arlington stacking the box. Going to hand this one off right side to Cameron Harris, who's going to lose a yard on the play. Arlington makes a big 4th down stand. And boy, what a drive this was for DC. After the interception, just not able to do much with it. And yeah, so now we get to see what Arlington can do after that momentum grab and play. I don't know. 4th and short and like goal and short, like it's those are tough yardages to pick up because like people expect a run, and then if you don't run, something's gonna happen with the pass because it's not as reliable typically. So it's weird. Arlington and Perez in shotgun back to his left on 1st and 10, ball on the 36. Going to hand this one off up the middle and fighting forward, still fighting, and finally brought down after a gain of 3 while in a massive pileup. $14 left in the half. Perez in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Going to play action, look to throw quick to the right side. It is caught, and forward progress gives them another 3 yards. It is Sal Canella on the reception. There is a flag. I'm not sure if that was a post flag, like a post play flag. They're calling roughing the passer on DC. So that would give Arlington 15 yards and a 1st down. Oh boy, I'm going to need to see this one. Because yesterday there was a bad roughing the passer newly called. Okay, yeah, that's roughing the passer. That's roughing the passer. There was 2 steps in between the pass being released and him getting to Perez. And then he slammed Perez to the ground. That's roughing the passer. Ball now on the plus side of the field. Perez in shotgun back to his left. Going to hand this one off up the middle and gain about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Is Devion Smith on the carry. The ground game hasn't really been working a hell of a lot for Arlington today. It's been decently effective, but for the most part, it's kind of just been God, it's just been a weird day for offenses in general already. That's for sure. Perez in shotgun, back behind him. 2nd and 9 now. 13 minutes left in the half. Going to play action, looking to throw. Then just dumping it off to the back on the left side, who has some space. Going to get the first down and brought down at about the plus 30-yard line. So Devion Smith getting some action there once again, this time on the reception. And Arlington has put themselves into field goal range with that play. In a game like this, where it's seeming like it's going to be pretty defensive heavy, DC not taking the points there is kind of confusing, especially because their offense has been struggling, or was struggling in that first quarter. I mean, they have 1 first down today. Perez in shotgun, back to his right. Going to hand this one off, trying to work the left side, breaking tackles. Now bouncing back towards the middle is Devion Smith, and he picks up about 8, maybe even 9 on the play. Tried to go primarily left side, but eventually he just bounced it towards more so towards the middle of the field. And that was a solid piece of running for him. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers left. Looking to throw, quick pass right side, and incomplete through the hands of Isaiah Winstead. The defender was able to get a hand in there as well. And it seemed like the Arlington sideline was telling Perez not to snap it. There was pressure instantly. It didn't fully seem like the left side of the field was ready for that one. But now it is 3rd and 2, ball on the 22-yard line. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, going to hand this one off. And going to go nowhere. Stonewalled at the line of scrimmage. And that sets up 4th and 2, and I would expect the field goal unit to be coming out for Arlington. Just take the points. Your defense has been playing really well today. There's no need to really risk anything. You want to have the lead. But it seems like Perez in the offense is... No, that's the long snapper now. Yeah, out comes the field goal unit to give Arlington the 3-point lead. 40-yard field goal, pretty much as centered as can be. Kick is up and straight down the middle. Arlington retakes the lead and are up 6-3. As fans are chugging beer in the stands. Respect. Oh, because he caught the ball. And that brings us to commercial break. But with us being at commercial, might as well use this time to say we are slowly approaching the 100 subscriber mark. If you are new, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy this. There will be another play-by-play later today for the Houston-Memphis game. And then I'm going to start, once the UFO season ends, there will be more regular live streams. Oh, she is? Yeah, you can tell behind me that I too am a massive Dolphins fan. Been entire life, man. It feels good having a solid Dolphins team again. It's been way too long. So like, I know like some of the internet's having the debate of like pay Tua or not, and it's being blocked by the scoreboard. But up there we go. Up there is a Tua signed ball. So I'm all for paying the man. It's like. I don't know, like it's fun being a Dolphins fan again, because there was a few years from 2016 up until McDaniel got here. It's been even before 2016, from 08 to 16. Like it's been rough, but it's fun now, man. Like, it's great. And yeah, when the NFL season rolls around, I'll be doing play by plays for as many Dolphin games as I can. I'm gonna try to do every primetime game as well, and I'm gonna try to do as many like 4 o'clock games as well as I can. Like, there's gonna be no come NFL season. There's gonna be no shortage of streams either. Same with the off season. I got plans once the UFO season ends to do some streams in relation to the new college football video game when that drops, as well as kind of just lead ups to it because because when it comes to like the dynasty modes, I like having a story behind it. So there'll be some streams in order to get those stories up and running. Yeah, just coming out of commercial break, we're going to be seeing Arlington kick this one away shortly. As DC now needs to focus up and respond. The offense needs to get a good, solid drive going. Not necessarily a touchdown drive, but if they can get a long, sustained drive and get points out of it, that can go a long way in this one. Kick is away. Return going to begin from inside the 20. And Chris Rowland's going to jump over a defender. It's still finding space. Has plenty of space. Past the 40. Past the 30. Past the 20. One man to beat. 10. 5. Touchdown DC. And of course my fucking camera. Kick return touchdown for DC just as we get a green screen from the camera. That's fantastic. Hold on. There we go. Well, that was excellent timing for my camera. Chris Rowland comes up big and DC takes the lead on the first kick return touchdown of the UFL season in the final week of the season. Chris Rowland has been an incredible special teams player the entire year, so him being the one to get this kick return touchdown is excellent. And yeah, DC, that's the spark DC could need to start to run away with this one. Yeah, that was Arlington's special teams today has not been the greatest. It helps that DC's offense and defense really can't get much going as they have a delay of game penalty on the 2-point try. But that's gonna get the energy going in the stadium. That's gonna get the energy going throughout the team. That was exactly what they needed. But now, because of the delay of game penalty, it is the 2-point try from the 10-yard line. Tiamu and shotgun back to his right. Dropping back, looking to throw. Quick pass right side, and it's going to be caught by Alex Ellis in the front corner of the end zone. DC takes a 5-point lead. And I don't know what the corner was doing there. He could have easily jumped that route, but he just took a bad angle on it. Yeah, he took a bad angle on jumping that route. It was a good placed ball by Tiamu as well. But man, what a sequence for DC. Oh wait, they're reviewing it because I mean, he didn't have possession of the ball for long. So I guess they might say that he didn't have possession long enough for it to be a successful try. And yeah, it seems like they're overturning the conversion attempt purely because he did not hang on to the ball for long enough. So the Arlington corner ended up actually making a pretty good play, it seems. It brings up the question again, the age-old NFL question of what is a catch. And I guess they're saying that wasn't a catch. So 3-point game, which is great for Arlington. But again, they need something to go. They need their offense now to kind of try to regain that momentum. So DC now to kick this one away. Arlington's going to begin to return from. Ball is bounced at the 25, and the return will begin from about the 27. He grabs it and just quickly runs out of bounds at about the 29. So, again, the difference in special teams units between DC and Arlington so far today is the difference. It's why there's a 3-point lead for DC. Yeah, that was a great kick return, man. It fucking sucks that my camera went green during that, because of course it did. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left, to the left, ball on the 30-yard line. Gonna hand this one off, and so having some space up the middle, gonna get the first down and more to about the 42 and a half, 43-yard line. I believe that was Devion Smith on the carry. So Arlington is finding ways to move the ball pretty effectively here. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers each side, looking to throw, passing in right side to Sal Cannella, who comes down with it at about the 48, 49-yard line. So a pickup of about 5-ish for Arlington. And they now face a second down. Just about 9.5 left in this first half. 2nd and 4. Ball on the 49-yard line. Perez in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receivers left. Going to hand this one off. Trying to work that left side. But instead goes nowhere. And loses about a yard maybe. And DC is saying they recovered a fumble. It seems like there's some fighting. There's a scruff going on. But no, it's just going to be, I think they're saying no gain on the play for Arlington. Oh, that might have been a fumble. Who fell on it? I believe Arlington would have fell on it anyway. Perez looking to throw on 3rd and 4. Pressure comes there instantly, trying to get rid of it, and the ball just goes back to the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Still might be, I don't think that'll be intentional grounding, but DC, with DC's pressure today, they don't have any sacks just yet, but they are making Perez uncomfortable. And that is a great 3rd down stop. They're at about midfield, so I think they're just going to punt this one away as Perez is heading towards the sideline. I wouldn't be shocked if they would have wanted to go for it. But yeah, out comes the punting unit. And Marquette King's about to send this one away to Chris Rowland. Punt comes off clean, but it seems like there's a stoppage for a flag. Might have just purpose. Yeah, delay of game, Arlington. Give Marquette King some more room to punt this one. Because yeah, you cannot give Rowland a real chance at this return after what just happened. So you want to try to pin this deep, or force a fair catch, because again you can't coffin corner punt in the UFL. That will be considered a touchback. So the punt comes off clean. Rowland's going to let this one bounce as it bounces halfway into the end zone. So it was a touchback nonetheless. DC will start with ball at about the 25, I believe, if I remember correctly. For some reason, I cannot fully remember what touchback rules are in the UFL. But that sends us to commercial break with 7:40 left in this first half. So with that commercial break, and might as well use this time to say we are slowly approaching the 100 subscriber mark. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And while you're at it, since you're already down there by the description, leave a like as well. There will be another play-by-play later today for the Houston-Memphis game, as that is a battle for the first overall pick. Mike, I assume you're talking about Mike McDaniel. I like McDaniel. He's fun. I like his interview style. I like kind of this. I like the style of play he calls. It's kind of a weird. It's the Shanahan style, so it kind of is a play off the West Coast style of offense, but at the same time, it's uniquely his own and therefore uniquely Miami. It's all speed, so I would love a little more of a little more power in it, but hey, it's effective. When it's going well, it's effective, and the hope is for Miami to just stay healthy. But like I really like what Mike McDaniel brings to South Florida sports. It's been a great past 2-3 years for South Florida sports. It's been great. The Dolphins are finding the groove again and making the playoffs consistently. The Heat made the finals run last year. The Panthers just clinched back-to-back finals appearances themselves. Messi's at Inter Miami, which again I don't fully care about soccer, but hey, it provides great business for the area. The Marlins exist. I know the Marlins are the one exception to everything, it seems. But yeah, it's great, man. It's a good time to be a South Florida sports fan. Yeah, we're still at commercial break. I came up with a video idea today that I'm gonna start working on. I think, or at least like, I don't know. There's a few videos I have in the pipeline that I've kind of just been kind of waiting for the UFL season to end so that I can go full force on them. I have 3 videos recorded that I need to start editing. Yeah, helmet. Yeah, man. Hey, I've always said to friends that your friends who are fans of like lesser teams that they're always welcome in the Dolphins bandwagon because we've been thirsty for one for years. Yeah, that last game against KC though in that weather, man, that was rough. It was even rough for KC. Like both teams struggled. Tiamu with shotgun was probably going to hand it off, but it's a penalty before the snap, as it's false start on DC. So the first play of the drive will be from 1st and 15. Be like the negative 30 wind chill. I get that in general Miami doesn't like the cold, but you cannot ask any team to go into that weather and expect to play well. Tiamu looking to throw on 1st and 15, throwing left side, has a receiver who makes a great catch after being hit low in the air. That's Brandon Smith on the reception. Not enough for the first, but it'll definitely set up 2nd and short. As DC is going hurry up. Tiamu with shotgun back to his left, gonna hand this one off on 2nd and 4. And seemed like only getting back to the line of scrimmage is Darius Haggins. So Arlington's defense is stepping up a little bit here. 3rd and 4 for DC now. 7 minutes left in the half. Take it. Tiamu in shotgun. Haggins to his left. Sending the tight end in motion from left to right. Looking to throw. Quick pass right side. It is caught and brought down at about the 39-yard line. Enough for the first down is T.Y. Scott. So getting a little bit of an offensive groove going here. Is it T.Y. Scott or Ty Scott? I'm used to T.Y. Hilton, so that's why I've been saying T.Y. Scott all year. Tiamu looking to throw on 1st and 10. Throwing right side has Chris Rowland past the sticks for a gain of about 14 on an outbreaking route. Kind of a sail route, if anything. And that picks up the 1st down. 6 minutes left in the half. DC's offense is finding their groove. Ball now on the plus 47. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his right. Arlington sending pressure. Corner blitz from the left, and the pass is incomplete. Try to do a bubble screen on the left side to, I believe that was Kiki QT. And it falls incomplete thanks to the corner blitz. 2nd and 10, 5.5 remaining in this 1st half. If Arlington can make a stop here outside of field goal range, it'll go a long way. Tiamu rolling out left, throwing in a flat, going to be caught by Darius Haggins, and brought down after a gain of about 5. And they're highlighting one of Rowland's tweets from earlier in the week of him giving away tickets to the game. Love to see it. 3rd and 6. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his left. Looking to throw a quick pass right side, is going to be caught. Gets past one defender, past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown DC. A simple kind of comeback route. Goes the distance. And that is Vincent Smith on the 43-yard touchdown grab. It was an outbreaking curl past the sticks, and one defender missed trying to make a dive and swat, and then another gets stiff-armed, and he's gone from there. Great job tiptoeing down the sideline, staying in bounds. And that was too easy. 2-point try from the 5. Going to fake a toss and shovel passing it up the middle. And only picks up 4. So the conversion try is no good. Alex Ellis on the reception. And we'll see what Arlington can do now. Now down by 9, so it's still a 1-possession game. Give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 second here real quick as we wait for DC to kick this one away. DC set to kick this one away. Return beginning from... He muffs it beginning from the 25 after picking it up and gets to about the 36. Sorry about that. Trying to take care of stuff, and when typically I use my iPad for messages, not showing up there, but whatever. Perez in shotgun. Back to his left, two receivers spread out to each side. Just under 4.5 minutes to go in this half. Looking to throw, quick pass in a swing route right side to Devion Smith is going to gain about 5 yards up to about the 42-yard line. So again, a 9-point lead is only one possession in the UFL. So now 2nd and 5. Perez in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw, can do a try to do a halfback screen to the right, but it falls incomplete. A little bit of a swing screen there. Perez put too much air under it. So now 3rd and 5. Perez going to be alone in shotgun, looking to convert to 3rd and 5. Now motioning someone into the backfield, and there is just nothing really coordinated on that play before the timeout is called, it seems. Yeah, timeout, Arlington. Couldn't get the snap off in time because they couldn't really get into formation in time. So with 3:11 left in the half, Arlington definitely needs something on this drive. They had momentum early, but this second quarter has been all DC. So yeah, the coaches and players are discussing what to do here on this 3rd and 5. Could be a pretty big 3rd down, because if DC makes the stop, they have a chance to double up, because DC gets ball to begin the second half. Perez alone in shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ball on the 42. Now motioning the slot receiver on the left, out wide to the right. Quick pass over the middle. It is caught for the 1st down and brought down at about the 49.5-yard line. But either way, it's enough for the sticks, and that's Deontay Burnett on the reception. Nice, simple Lofton pass over the middle, which DC left open due to sending some pressure. Now Arlington's going a little bit of a hurry up. Perez looking to throw. Throwing it deep left side, and Sal Cannella jumps over the defender to make the grab inside the 30 at about the 28. He went up and head topped him. Perez places that ball really where only Cannella could get it. And he comes down with it with ease. That's the kind of play that can get the offense into a groove quickly. So need to get one more play before the 2-minute warning. Perez going to hand this one off up the middle. Space to run for Devion Smith. He's going to be brought down from behind after a gain of 8. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. We're at commercial break. You can start just taking care of something real quick. At commercial break, not missed anything. Alright. Okay, so we're at commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Might as well use this time to quickly say we are slowly approaching the 100 subscriber mark. If you are new, make sure you subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And while you're at it, leave a like. And we're at the 2-minute warning in this one, with DC having a 9-point lead, but Arlington driving in what is a 1-possession game. But it's still a commercial break for the 2-minute warning. These take quite a bit. So now if we're missing anything. Here we go. Just coming out of commercial break, showing some of the highlights of this first half so far, as we still got 2 minutes to go. And this second quarter has been pretty much all DC. So 2nd and 2, ball inside the 30 for Arlington. At about that ball at the 20, actually. Perez in shotgun back to his right. Going to hand this one off once again to Devion Smith, and this time only able to get a yard, if that. So yeah, just DC, you get DC a very bend don't break style. Perez and shotgun back to his left. Gonna hand this one off once again to Devion Smith. And this time he might have just barely gotten it. They're saying he did, with 1.5 minutes left in this first half. And clock begins to tick as they have spotted the ball. And Arlington's coming out of the huddle. Perez in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers spread out to each side. Inside the 20. Motion in the back out wide, looking to throw. Thrown over the middle. It is caught by Isaiah Winstead. Breaks one tackle, trying to fight forward. But is going to be stood up at about the 10-ish, maybe the 11. But back in the red zone, and Arlington's going to go hurry up. 50 seconds left in the half. Perez and shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers left. Going to hand this one off in space for Devion Smith to get the first down, and he's down at about the 5-yard line. Clock stops for a little bit. 40 seconds left in the half. Arlington still has 2 timeouts. Smith a little slow to get up, but he does in order to save a timeout. Perez in shotgun. Back to his right. 3 receivers left. Ball on the 5. 30 seconds left in the half. Clock ticking. DC looking like they're sending pressure from the left. They drop back. Perez rolling out right. Has some blocking. Throwing. End zone. Caught. Touchdown Arlington. Tyler Vaughn alone in the back of the end zone. And it is back to a 3-point game. So we will see again. DC gets ball to begin the second half. So we will see what Arlington decides to do here when it comes to the conversion attempt. Do they want to try and tie the game? Would they rather just get some more easy points with a 1-point try? They're going for 2. 2-point try from the 5-yard line to make it a 1-point game. Perez looking to throw. Passes it in the flat left side to the running back. And he's going to dive in for the conversion. 14-15 is the score. And DC has 17 seconds. That was Devin Darrington on the conversion reception. And with 17 seconds left in the half, this will most likely be the score entering halftime, with DC getting ball to begin the second half. But that is the kind of drive Arlington has needed today. That is a really successful drive. They finally cap off in the red zone and get into the end zone. It's a good drive. And assuming DC doesn't do anything crazy on this kick return, that definitely gives some momentum going Arlington's way. But we await the kick return here. Or the kickoff/kick return. Again, 17 seconds left in the half. Chris Rowland back to return. Already has 1 touchdown today. There is a stoppage just as Arlington was about to kick this off. As Chris Rowland's the first player to surpass 1,000 kick return yards this season in the UFL. Again, he's been a really, really great return man for DC. This return going to begin from the 10. And has some blocking, but only gets up to about the 38-ish, maybe the 39. So with 10 seconds left and 2 timeouts and pretty solid field positioning, DC could try for a field goal here if they really want to. They have enough time to run roughly 2 plays before a field goal would be needed, depending on how much time is ticked off on those plays. I assume they'll take 1 shot to get into field goal range, and then if that doesn't work, probably just take a knee. Also, again, depending on how much time. And yeah, Teamu is in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left. Now motioning one of the receivers to the right. Looking to throw. Quick pass going to be caught by Kiki QT. Making people miss past the 50, slides down to the 45. So with 3 seconds left, ball on the plus 45-yard line. DC is going to take their second timeout of the half. And I don't think this is field goal range for Matt McCrane. The UFL does have some really good kickers, but this would be a long attempt. They could try forcing a DPI penalty with a shot down the field, but I don't think they send out a field goal unit here. I think you just take a Hail Mary. If Kiki QT would have gotten a few extra yards, then you probably do. But this is just too far. Yeah, Arlington is sending everyone back. And it seems like DC is going to try a Hail Mary from the 45-yard line. Tiamu looking to throw. Waiting. Stepping into it. Throwing and threw it towards the sideline at about the 23-yard line. I do not know what that was. But that sends us to halftime. 1-point game. And DC gets ball to begin the half. So some really good football in this first half of play. And again, DC, really both teams more so looking for some kind of momentum to go into the offseason. Both offenses kind of finding a groove late in that first half. It could make the second half interesting. It really could. Perez encapsulated 100 yards passing. Tiamu's at 111 yards passing. DC's ground game is non-existent basically, but that's kind of been the trend this season. Arlington's ground game is solid right now. Devion Smith's at 59 yards. Darrington's at 19 yards. But for the most part, it's kind of been a defensive game. As yeah, we're at commercial break due to it being halftime. So, gonna use this time once again to quickly say, if you are new, we're slowly approaching 100 subscribers. Make sure you do hit subscribe. When the UFL season ends, I have 3 videos in the pipeline for when the UFL season ends. The reason why they're not coming out sooner is because I need time to edit them. And the time spent currently with power rankings and predictions, adding another video to it would not make those videos that have in the pipeline come out how I want them to. Yeah, we have reached halftime. Later today, with Houston and Memphis, that game is for the number 1 overall pick. The winner gets first overall, and again, just in general, they get the first pick of each round. Also later today, more so for any hockey fans, is Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals, Dallas against Edmonton. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that game while calling Houston-Memphis, because that game's important for me, as the Florida Panthers have reached the Stanley Cup Finals yesterday. Yeah, we're at commercial here. We're at halftime here in DC, with DC having a 1-point lead and getting the ball next to begin the second half. So they have a chance here to extend it. Both offenses have been relatively slow today, with each having one key drive each. It's been really more so a defensive focused game, as on the broadcast currently, they're highlighting the beer snake, which is a great tradition here that DC has. Made a good old beer snake. I assume that beer snake is at a really good point right now. Yeah, good old at halftime. This honestly, if all four games this week for the UFL come down to the wire, that would be a great way to end off the regular season, heading into what should be a really fun week of playoffs. Because Michigan and Birmingham yesterday was a really good game. That rematch is in the playoffs, and then St. Louis San Antonio ended up being a really good game. This game is on ABC. It's on ABC. And then the game later today is on Fox. So really simple, just national television. At least in the U.S. And when it comes to like other areas, I do not fully know. But yeah, if ABC for again at least the U.S. Yeah, we're still at halftime. Probably I think we can be getting out of halftime relatively soon, as this showcase of the beer snake is going to be wrapping up shortly. Yeah, anytime. I love doing I love doing these play by plays as well. It was the case like I was gonna watch all this UFL games anyway. I figured might as well get some practice in for when the NFL season comes around. As again later today, I'll be doing a play by play for Houston Memphis. Gonna be doing play by plays for the playoffs and for the championship. And then when the NFL season comes around, I'll be doing Dolphin game play by plays, primetime play by plays, and any other games I see fit. So if you're new, we're slowly approaching the 100 subscriber mark. So make sure to subscribe and stick around. You'll be appreciated. There'll also be some NBA Finals content. This is also supposed to be a basketball channel. I gotta talk with my partner about which games he would want to do streams for. And most likely the streams for those games will be like just standard reactions, won't be like play by plays. It will be us doing something else with also while also having the game on in the background. So we will just be like getting those kind of like reactions for it. But yeah, it's all just fun. So at halftime, so at commercial. I'll start with the Jalen Wright question because yeah, he will have he will have a role in the offense and an impact in the offense. There's no McDaniel is going to find a way to get him in there. If that's through injuries, he'll get in, or if it's just a case of he has play designs where he wants Mostert, Achan, and Wright all in. Like Jalen Wright's gonna find a way to get in. When it comes to the defense, I don't think. I feel like people are over exaggerating the losses. Not because the players we lost weren't great. Like I would have loved to keep Christian Wilkins and Deshaun Elliott. But I think the biggest thing they're over exaggerate or they're underselling is the hiring of Anthony Weaver. Because like our defense played great last year when our players weren't bought into the system. Now this year we have again the core of the defense is relatively still the same, and I think the players we signed are the collection of players we signed are going to help match the production, and then our star players Holland, Ramsey, Phillips, Chubb, they're bought into the system Anthony Weaver brought in, so they're going to want to perform to a higher level, and they were already performing at a high level. I think our defense will be just fine. And then obviously the offense is not going. It shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully, like I think Miami will be just fine. I think people are overhyping the Jets like always, and then Buffalo is the only team I can see really being a threat like always. But at the same time, I think their losses are more impactful than ours. Like I'm expecting quite a bit from Miami this year. Obviously, like injuries can play a factor and everything and whatnot, but for the most part, like I expected, assuming we stay relatively healthy, I expect this to be a good year for Miami. As we are just getting out of halftime, about to begin the start of the third quarter. One half of play left. DC having a 1 point lead. Yeah, I think during the 1 week break between the preseason and regular season, I will have like an in depth video on what my expectations for Miami are. I like seeing the preseason first before saying like specifics on it because that does tell a decent bit in my opinion. As the second half kickoff is underway, going to be returned from at some point a cut to the beer snake. Okay. Return beginning from about the 10. Rollin trying to get something going again. This time he's going to get to about the 36. And that's where DC will start things off. Let me give them the timeouts back real quick. There we go. So again, DC can take some momentum easily on this drive. All they need to do is just have a solid drive. Both offenses have been really rough and slow today. We'll see what they can get going here. Tiamu in shotgun, back to his left. Ball on the 37, they're saying. Making some adjustments, motioning the tight end. Going to look to throw. Throwing deep down left side. And that's Brandon Smith who's going to get the ball knocked away from him. Tiamu underthrew it a little bit. So even if Brandon Smith got his hands on it, it would have been a really, really tough grab to make. and it was a really easy pass breakup. So first play of the half, definitely not what DC was looking for. As much as I love Mostert, I don't know how much longer he has left in the tank. So the future backfield of Wright and Achan is great. Pass over the middle is bobbled and incomplete. Off the shoulder pads of, I believe it was Vincent Smith. Yeah, Vincent Smith has the ball bounce off his shoulder pads, incomplete. 3rd and 10 now for DC. Teamu in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers left. Looking to throw in 3rd and 10, has some time. Throwing deep down over the middle. And it's going to be incomplete, but an obvious defensive pass interference penalty. The safety, I guess was that the linebacker who's running up the middle of the field there? Yeah, Donald Payne, the linebacker. He never turned his head, never looked like he was playing the ball. He just simply ran into the tight end. That's clear. That's obvious. That's a DPI 9.5 times out of 10. Because I do feel like there are some refs who would look the other way on it just because they can. So a drive-saving defensive pass interference penalty. But there's a stoppage. No shot Arlington challenges this, right? Oh my God, it's Arlington. Okay. Arlington is challenging the defensive pass interference. So if anyone is new to the UFL, you have one challenge throughout the entire game. You're allowed to challenge anything with it, but you have to be specific on what you're challenging. So Arlington is challenging a defensive pass interference penalty, saying there was none, when it was pretty obvious there was one. The pass was intended for Kiki QT, and Kiki QT had no chance of trying to play that ball. It was catchable. Kiki QT couldn't play the ball. Payne never looked back for the ball. I do not get this challenge. Yeah, the play stands. Arlington is charged a timeout. That was the most obvious defensive pass interference. So I do not get the decision to challenge that, but okay. Like, you could have used that timeout, that challenge, on something way better later in the game. Teamu in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers spread out to each side. Ball on the plus 48. Looking to throw a quick pass right side. Is going to be caught by T.Y. Scott for a gain of 9. Or saying a gain of 8 to about the 40-yard line. And that sets up 2nd and short. Okay. Teamu under center on 2nd and 2. Now I'm audible into being alone in shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw. Quick pass over the middle. It is going to be caught and brought down about the 34-yard line is Chris Rowland. And he moves to change. 13 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. A little bit of a hurry up here from DC. Teamu in shotgun. Back to his right. Going to look to throw on 1st and 10. Has plenty of time. Pass over the middle. It is caught by Alex Ellis. And he's bouncing off his own teammate and fighting forward for a gain of 11 and a DC first down. Yeah, there was 2 DC players in the same area on that play. Someone must have ran the wrong route, but it worked. Teamu under center. Ball on the 23. Going to play action, looking to throw. Deep over the middle. Towards the end zone and incomplete, but another defensive pass interference penalty. Arlington making some mental mistakes on this drive. And as that was another pretty clear and obvious DPIs, this would put DC in great field position in. Oh, at least he tried to look back for the ball, but yeah, that's clear, man. That's obvious. There's nothing. Man, Arlington has messed up pretty badly on this drive. So ball now on the 8-yard line. Teamu under center. Back behind him. Going to play action, looking to throw. Rolling out right. Pass in end zone and just too high. Incomplete. Looking for Caden Smith on a crossing route in the middle of the end zone, and he had him. Just needs to make that, just get that a little lower, and it would have been there. So now 2nd and goal. About to hit the 11-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Teamu shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. Has some time thrown over the middle. It is caught by Chris Rowland. Did he get in before his knee touched? And they're saying he did. Touchdown DC. Chris Rowland on a Texas route extends DC's lead to 7. Took a while for them to officially announce that, but it was close. Yeah, simple Texas route. Some people call it an angle route. They're using Chris Rowland in a gadget receiver way, and it has been really good. It's been going great for them. Now let's see. When did? Oh wait, it's no. They're saying down at the inch yard line. Teamu and shotgun back to his left. 3rd and goal. Gonna hand this one off up the middle, and he walks in for the touchdown. Cameron Harris. Now DC extends their lead to 7. Yeah, that was too easy of a halfback dive. So let's see, what is DC gonna do here? They're going for the 1-point try from the 2 to make it an 8-point game. Teamu with shotgun back to his left. Tight end sent in motion. Going to keep it himself up the middle after faking a handoff outside, and he goes nowhere. Might have gained a yard on the play, but Teamu was stopped short either way. So it's a 7-point game with 10:52 left in the 3rd. And for one of the rare times in the during a UFL game, we have an actual normal looking football score. But that sends us to commercial break, and Arlington now needs to respond. Also, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but there's a non-zero chance of some Stanley Cup playoff reaction streams as well. With the Panthers being in the finals for that, non-zero chance. It'll be the case where, like, if it happens during the NBA games and the NBA finals, then we'll do both. Which I think the scheduling is lining up to where that's the case, if I'm not mistaken. I can probably check. No, it doesn't seem like it. What is the NBA final schedule? Okay, it's every 3 days, it seems. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, 'cause I guess they don't want the NBA and NHL competing against each other. Alright, we're at commercial break after DC's extended their lead. We're waiting to kick off to see Arlington's first drive of the half. You're going to use this time to say we are slowly approaching the 100 subscriber mark, so if you are new, make sure you subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. I got a few videos in the pipeline for when the UFO season ends, as well as, again, we're going to do play-by-plays for the game later today and for the entirety of the UFL playoffs. They're interviewing Teamu on the sideline as we await the kickoff and the ability to see Arlington's first drive of this half. They need a lot for them on this drive. They need to really gain that momentum back. I love these sideline interviews as well after plays like that. It's fun. Adds another dynamic to football games. Kickoff is underway. Going to be returned beginning from about the 15. And trying to reverse field to the left side. Has some blocking past the 40. And brought down at the 45. So a great return there for Arlington. As now going to need to respond DC's touchdown. And the beer snake is looking beautiful. How many rows up is it at right now? It's pretty high up. It's great. It's a great revenue tool for the UFL. Just utilize the great nature of fans. Perez in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw after the faking it and passing it in the flat on the left side to Sal Cannella. Loses a yard. If he would have broken that tackle, it would have gone for a decent gain, but great defense there from DC as Audi Field is starting to be rocking. Yeah, it is loud. They're trying to interview a fan in the stands who's holding the beer snake, and he cannot hear the questions. It's great. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers right. 2nd and 11, looking to throw. Quick pass left side to Cannella. Is going to gain about 2 yards. So far a net positive of yardage for Arlington on this drive, but it's still only 1 yard. So yeah, 3rd and 9. Again, Arlington wants a drive here after what happened after what their defense just gave up. But they're going to need to pick up this first. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Passing it deep down the right side. It's going to be incomplete thanks to a defensive hold-in. That flag came from the middle of the field and kind of late. But it was clear. It was an obvious defensive penalty. They're calling defensive pass interference on DC. So to begin the second half, there have been 3 defensive pass interference penalties. All of them result in first downs. All of them result in pretty much drive save in first downs. Perez in shotgun, back to his right. Ball now on the plus 45. Going to hand this one off up the middle to Devion Smith, who gets about 4.5 on the play. The beer snake is at 25 rows and $14,000, not even including the curve of the beer snake. Let's go. Perez throwing quick left side to Isaiah Winstead. It is caught, and a nice stiff arm picks up 7 for enough for the first down. And there is some trash talking going on after the play. Winstead stiff armed his ass to the ground. It was Gary on Connolly who gets completely embarrassed on that stiff arm. There is a flag, most likely for post-play bullshit. Unnecessary roughness on DC, on Gary on Connolly. That's going to add on about 10 yards or so to Arlington's play. And yeah, because after he got stiff armed, he got back up and started causing some chaos. Not really a punch, but slapped Isaiah Winstead's helmet. That's going to be called more often than not. So now 1st and 10 for Arlington. Where are they placing this ball? Ball on the 18-yard line? Yeah, so Winstead stared down Connolly, and then Connolly got up and kind of gave a love tap to the helmet of Winstead. And because of that, it is Arlington ball on the plus 18-yard line. Perez in shotgun back to his right. A chance to tie the game on this drive. Going to hand it off to Devion Smith up the middle, who has been running really, really well today for the most part. That's a gain of about 6 or 7. And yeah, I'm shocked the refs are calling what they are calling in this game today. I mean, some of them are obvious, but like, really? Unnecessary roughness on that? I feel like they're treating this game in a tougher light than other games have been treated, which makes little sense considering the impact of this game. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers left. Ball now on the 12. Going to hand it off once again to Devion Smith, trying to bounce it out to the right side, but going to be tripped up for a loss of 2. And yeah, Devion Smith gets up saying, my bad, because he did not really follow his blockers. To be fair, there wasn't really a lane to go into anyway. 7:20 left in the third. 3rd and 5 for Arlington. A touchdown makes this a 1-point game and gives them a chance to tie it. Perez in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw. Needs to step up to his left. And then just throws it back of the end zone and incomplete. Through the hands of I believe that was Deontay Burnett, who had it in a basket, but good job by DC to knock it loose. Yeah, it hit off his hands. Would have been a great grab, but DC makes the better defensive play. It was a good throw by Perez, but the pressure got to Perez too soon. Kind of had to bail. Tried to direct traffic, but in the end, kind of just threw up a prayer. So now comes the field goal unit for a 31-yard try to make this a 4-point game. From the right hash, kick is up, and it is good. So Arlington gets points on that drive. a pretty successful drive, but at the end of the day, they need their defense to step up with 6:22 left in the third, and that brings us to a commercial break. So again, since we're at commercial, I'll quickly say this. If you are new, we are slowly approaching the 100 subscriber mark. I greatly appreciate it if you were to subscribe and leave a like while you're at it. There'll be another play-by-play later today for the Houston-Memphis game, as well as play-by-plays for the entirety of the UFL playoffs, and play-by-plays for as many NFL games as I can during the fall. Every single Dolphin game I'm going to try to do, every single primetime game I'm going to try to do, and more. So subscribe, stay tuned. There's also going to be a lot of streams going on after the UFL season, because with the new college football game I have plans for, as well as plans leading up to it, as well as there's going to be a bunch of, I have 3 videos currently in the pipeline waiting to be edited that will begin going up as soon as the UFL season ends. Because again, those are going to take a little bit of time to work on, and I want to spend as much time as I can on those. So the UFL season and the power rankings and predictions, that takes up some time as well. So I want these videos I have in the pipeline to be really good. Yeah, we're at commercial still as we await for DC's answer to the field goal drive of Arlington. There also is a chance for some college football play-by-plays, by the way, come the fall. I'm not fully sure, though. I gotta figure out I know I've my scheduling for the NFL stuff. I don't know really a schedule for the college stuff just yet. Hold on, is that a challenge? What is DC gonna challenge? We just got back from commercial break, by the way, and we're seeing DC's going to challenge something. What could they possibly be challenging? They threw the challenge flag, and now they're discussing it with the coach. Okay. DC challenged the fact. I believe they challenged it. They're now calling delay of game on Arlington on the field goal try. So they're re-kicking back to a 7-point game. So I mean, yeah, by technicality there was delay of game there. But okay. Yeah, the play clock did hit 0 before being reset. So Back on for the field goal try. And yeah, so DC did challenge the fact, so they don't no longer have a challenge. 36-yard field goal try now from the right hash. Kick is up and right down the middle once again, so that was kind of redundant. I feel like they should have saved their challenge for something that actually mattered besides turning a 31-yard kick into a 36-yard kick. But that's neither here or there. So now we're going to be seeing the kickoff for Arlington. That was a weird sequence. If anything, that just killed more time. Which I guess if you're DC, you want as much time to be killed as possible. So there's no more challenges today. Both teams used their challenge on the first drives of the second half. Because it seems like these two teams don't fully understand the gravity of the challenges in this, but okay. Like I don't know, I just don't like those ideas. I just don't like those challenges. I'm like, yeah, like DC won their challenge, but at the same time, like that's kind of a weird thing to challenge. Especially when you could challenge anything you want. I don't know. They won it, so I guess it's kind of a win for them. Anyway, here's the kickoff. Going to be returned beginning from inside the 10. And Roland gets up to about the 34-yard line. So with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, Jordan Teamu takes the field, trying to extend this lead and get DC to 500 on the season. That's the other big thing. If DC's looking to end the season at 500, Arlington looking to end the season at 3-7. Teamu in shotgun, back to his left, talking things over with one of his receivers on the right side. Going to fake the toss left, now rolling out right, now trying to throw it back left. And they end up doing a double pass after the ball is tipped at the line. Devin Haggins gets 11 on the play. Teamu tried to throw it back to Haggins. It is tipped at the line. I think the tight end who was back there trying to block for the throwback screen ends up catching it and throws the screen, and it picks up 11. That was definitely not the play call, but it worked to perfection. Teamu in shotgun, back to his right. Looking to throw a quick pass right side is too low, incomplete. Intended for T.Y. Scott. And yeah, so you can do, like, that is a legal play. Like, you can double pass it like that. That was not how they intended for it to happen. And yeah, so two forward passes are allowed. The first one just can't cross the line of scrimmage, which that didn't there. So now Teamu in shotgun, back to his left. Two receivers bunched up to each side. Going to hand this one off up the middle to Cameron Harris. And it picks up about 7.5. So it sets up a 3rd and short. That was weird. Okay, so we have the attendance numbers for today. It's sitting at 13,000 people in Audi Field. That's really good considering this game has little to no meaning. Teamu looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick pass over the middle is batted away, incomplete. Pass was intended for one of his tight ends. Pretty sure it was Brilly Moore McKinney. It was intended for. But a great job barely getting a hand on it by the Arlington defender and forcing the pass breakup. That was Joe Powell breaking up that pass, and I assume DC would be going for it here. It's fourth and short. No, out comes the punting unit. Okay. I mean, fourth and short on the plus side of the 50, I feel like he could have gone for it with ease. Punt comes off clean, and is going to be fair caught at about the 24. A great job making sure he caught the fair catch. And Arlington's defense makes a much needed stop, giving the offense a chance to take the lead with a touchdown here. 3.5 left in the third. Time to see what Luis Perez can do. Perez going to hand this one off up the middle on first down, and Devion Smith's going to gain about 3. Perez in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 2nd and 7. Stepping up, throwing right side. Pass is caught by Isaiah Winstead and brought down at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of about 12. It's enough for the first down. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left. Going to hand this one off, trying to work that left side, but going to slip and brought down for a loss of 1 is Devin Darrington. Trying to get something going there, but instead going to lose a yard. About to hit the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. I was just real quick on the ticker below. They're showcasing the college baseball scores. UCF is up 4-2 against Stenson. Let's go. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers right. 2nd and 7. DC sending some pressure. Perez looking to throw, trying to escape the pressure, but unable to, and just spikes it into the dirt. That might be intentional grounding as well. No one really in the vicinity. Ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. He did not escape the tackle box. I think, yep, there's the flag. That's going to be intentional grounding. DC has forced 2 of those today. And that is that's a very good sign of how well their pass rush has been. Perez, there's no one in the vicinity. Do not argue your case. No one is in the area. Because yeah, while I don't think DC has gotten a sack per se today from their defense, they have forced 2 intentional ground-ins and have caused a lot of pressure. So like even if they're not necessarily getting home, they're definitely disrupting the pass game. So Perez now looking to throw on a 3rd and 23, and he's going to just toss this one away as well, but it's caught this time for a solid gain. Flag on the play, and there's some scruffs going on post play. So again, DC not able to exactly get home, but man, are they causing a lot of pressure, and Perez is not having a lot of time to throw. This flag could save the drive. I don't think it will be on DC. It was thrown kind of at the line of scrimmage. but there is about a minute 10 left in the third. It is holding on DC. Are you kidding me? I assume he held the running back then. He was trying to break for his route. Yeah, yeah. It's such a ticky-tacky defensive holding call, but it's defensive holding nonetheless. You make the stop on 3rd and 23, only for a defensive holding to give Arlington 5 yards and 5 yards and an automatic first down. So Perez in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left, ball on the 32-yard line. Now shifting the back to his left. Going to just hand this one off, trying to get something going on the ground again, and gains about 2 yards for Devin Darlington. And that might bring us to the fourth quarter, as there's only 25 seconds left in the third, and it's ahead of the play clock by about 5 seconds. Arlington is lined up, present shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers spread out to each side. 10 seconds left in the quarter. They do one more play, throwing left side, back shoulder. He at least catches it. Did he get his feet down in bounds? They're saying he did. What a back shoulder grab from Isaiah Winstead. With 3 seconds left in the quarter, the clock's gonna run. So a incredible one-handed. Oh no, he did not get both feet down. He only got one. So that's going to be overturned at commercial. He only got 1 foot down. But that would have been an incredible back shoulder grab. Yeah. The replay from the back instantly shows he only got 1 foot down. Either way, that brings us to the fourth quarter. What's up, Bob Flash? You all good? All good. But this game has been surprisingly pretty solid. I mean, I expected Arlington to win. That was what my predictions were. But hey, this game has been it's starting to pick up a bit. Bro, hold on. At the game last night, finally picked up a jersey. It's good old Chucky. I've been meaning to get it. I've been to a few Panther games this season. I've been meaning to pick up a jersey at each and every one. I finally said fuck it last night, and it's great. I have a few football jerseys that are from like the stadiums as well and everything. That is a high quality ass jersey. Like it is like the closest thing I could compare it to is my Ray Lewis jersey. But that is like properly stitched. It is a high quality jersey. I love it. And it's comfortable. I did not expect it to be that comfortable, but it is a really comfortable jersey. Sorry, sweater. That's what it's properly called. But yeah, I know. So here's the thing when it comes to the Panthers. If they win the cup, I will 100% take a day off and go to the parade. The issue is I probably won't know exactly what day the parade is until like 2 days before it actually is. So that's gonna be a fun conversation to have with my work. Be like this is the year for the Panthers to win it all. It is. It seems like they're completely healthy. They play their style of play is so much fun to watch, and it is so effective in the playoffs. Like I mentioned earlier that like if by some chance an NBA final game and a Stanley Cup final game are on the same day, I will probably be live for both. I need to talk to Tosid about kind of how he wants to handle the NBA playoffs or the NBA finals. Yeah, exactly. Again, we're at commercial, so I'll say as well. We're very close to 100 subscribers. So if you're new, subscribe and leave a like as well. Again, like Bob was just saying, I have 3 videos in the pipeline for when the UFL season ends. I'm gonna be beginning to edit. I have one video that came up with today that I'm gonna begin work on really soon. It's like I got stuff planned, and plus again live streams. We're gonna be streaming some Madden 20, like not new Madden 25, the old Madden 25, because I'm gonna be using that to set up storylines for when the college football game comes out, which I will be streaming as well. There's gonna be no shortage of content even when the UFL season ends. But 3rd and 8 for Arlington after the what would have been a great back shoulder grab was overturned. Perez in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, and there's movement at the line. It seems like a DC player jumped first, but Sal Cannella jumped very shortly afterwards. So we see what they're gonna call. They call neutral zone infraction on DC. So it will be a 3rd and 3. So that definitely is going to help things out. But yeah, there was a DC player like 5 yards into the backfield by the time Sal Cannella jumped. 3rd and 3, Perez alone in shotgun, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. DC sending some pressure, Perez looking to throwing deep down the right side. He at least maintained possession. Did he get his feet down? They're saying he did. Tyler Vaughn goes up and head tops the DC defender. What a catch. Just climbs the ladder, and yeah, did he get 2 feet in? Oh, that's a bad angle. Couldn't even see the feet on that. That's going to be close if he got 2 feet in, but that's an incredible catch nonetheless. DC has no challenge, and if I'm Arlington, you need to hurry this up and snap it. Perez does snap it, play action, looking to throw. Has plenty of time, deep down left side, man wide open, Tyler Vaughn, touchdown Arlington. What a chaotic drive, but they take the lead. Depending on the outcome of this game, it might be similar to it. Tyler Vaughn completely lost Garyon Connolly. He lost him. What a sequence from the great back shoulder grab overturned to that great back shoulder grab to then Tyler Vaughn right after making a great grab getting his 2nd touchdown of the day. Now the 2-point try from Arlington from the 5 to make it a 4-point game. Perez in shotgun. Backs surrounding him. Going to hand this one off. Then an end around. Looking for some kind of trickery. Tyler Vaughn is going to take it himself after looking to throw. And he walks in for the conversion attempt. This is a 4-point game with 14:20 left in the game. Yeah, but I didn't even I was seeing that around halftime. This was potentially his final game. I didn't even realize that going into this. Just really nice trickery there. This is one where I wish I had the whiteboard set up so I can draw this play out. That makes a lot of sense that both of them would be uncertain, as both had. I mean, Perez still played really well this season. But if the last game for both of them is against each other in a shootout, that is just beautiful. Okay, let me try to explain that conversion attempt. So obviously, Perez shotgun, a back to the left, to the right, and behind him. He hands it off to the back to the right of him, who goes in front. Vaughn then comes in from the receiver position on an end around where he gets the ball tossed to him. He was then looking to throw to, I assume, the back on the left, who then ran out to try to do like a flat play, but it gets blown up. So Vaughn just then takes the end around, cuts it up, and walks in himself. It was a greatly designed play, and I wish I could properly like draw it up and do it justice, but don't have it set up just yet. That's what I'm gonna be working on mainly throughout this week. Is I want to get the ticker set up at the bottom for the stats, and I want to get some kind of ability for me to draw out plays set up. Kick is underway, going to be returned beginning from about the 20. Trying to work at left side is Chris Rowland, who already has one kick return touchdown today. But this time he's going to be brought down from behind at about the 41. Yeah. Like, Perez, man, if Arlington would have been able to close out those games, like those 3 games they lost, Perez, I would say, would be like in considerable run-in for MVP. Instead, I think it'll be Martinez. If there even is like an MVP for this league. Tiamu under center, now audible into being alone in shotgun. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Going to look to throw, quick pass over left side over the left middle. It's going to be caught at about the 48, where he's brought down instantly. That was number 18, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. No, I don't think that would have been Alex Ellis lined up as outside receiver. It was caught for a gain of 7 nonetheless. Edling didn't play enough, even if he did play outstandingly throughout most of the season. Tiamu looking to throw after a fake toss is a wide open tight end over on the left side. That's going to be brought down about the 34. That is Alex Ellis. Or Eilis? I know you said the pronunciation for it better, but I cannot remember it for some reason. Yeah, fake toss right, and Arlington is caught sleeping. Tiamu in shotgun back to his right. Going to look to throw it once again. Throwing deep right side. And it's going to be caught by Brandon Smith. And he walks in for a touchdown for DC to retake the lead. With 13 minutes to go in the game, it is a 2-point game. But it's holding on DC is the penalty. Wow, what a circus change of events. Okay, Ellis, cool. I didn't even realize there was a flag thrown on that play. Oh, but yeah, there was a clear holding penalty. That was, yeah, good call, refs. Okay, but man, what a circus of events. And okay, there is MVPs and stuff. Cool. Oh yeah, it was the San Antonio tight end, his first name that was the okay, yeah. That was like Eilis Mac. Tiamu looking to throw in first and 20. Pass left side is going to be caught and met instantly at about the 37. This is T.Y. Scott on the reception. And man, that holding penalty. You have so much more. You think you have so much momentum going for you with a touchdown, and it just gets brought right back. So a gain of 6 on the previous play. Tiamu in shotgun back to his right on 2nd and 14. 3 receivers to the right, rolling out right on a naked bootleg, then throwing it back to the left. It's going to be caught by brought down for a loss of 2 is Brilly Moore McKinney, the tight end on the reception, trying to do a throwback tight end screen. Okay, DC, I guess I see you. 12 minutes to go in the game. 3rd and 16. Tiamu in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers right. They need the 24-yard line. Looking to throw. Has some time. Throwing deep. Right side. Receiver has a step. Wide open. Brandon Smith. Now he gets this touchdown, 40 yards, and DC takes the lead. The defender just got lost. For a second, it seemed like Brandon Smith only had a step, but then the defender just stopped. So it was wide open. And on 3rd and 16, DC goes 40 yards. He was just caught napping. Yeah, he was confused. That was blown coverage all the way. That was number 22. Who was it? Jamal Carter gets caught sleeping, and now to try to make it a 4-point game. The 2-point try from the 5. These Tiamu and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Quick pass over the middle, caught by Alex Ellis. 29-25 is the score with 11:40 to go. And this game is about to pick up with the chaos. Brandon Smith just easily takes it. And that's going to bring us to commercial. And that play got Tiamu over 200 yards passing, and Perez about 12 passing yards shy of it. So he might get it as well. The ground game has been non-existent for DC. Meanwhile, for Arlington, it's close to 100 yards on the ground for them. So Arlington has definitely been playing the more balanced game, but DC is just taking advantage of the chaos, including even the weird rules of the UFL, with Brillin Moore McKinney having one pass for 12 yards. We are at commercial. So we're going to quickly use this time to say if you are new and you're enjoying what you're seeing, we're 5 subscribers away from 100, so make sure you subscribe. Again, there's a ton of stuff planned, even with the UFO season coming to an end soon. A ton of stuff planned, ton of ideas I have for videos that should last the off season. But Arlington, man, they needed their defense to make a stand once again, and they just weren't able to. Still at commercial break. Not missing anything. Yeah, just now coming out of commercial, waiting for the kickoff to give Arlington the ball back. And here is the kickoff. The return's going to is going to begin at. He let it bounce. Oh, well, that's a smart heads up play from Arlington. He let it bounce at the 5, and then it never bounced into the end zone. Stayed at the 1. So he goes into the end zone to then down the ball in the end zone, and it will result in a touchback. I believe, at least. We'll see what Dean Blandino says here as he's reviewing this. Because there's a chance it might have bounced at the line, but I don't think it ever did. So if this is truly a touchback because he went into the end zone, that's a great... Yeah, I mean, that should be a touchback, I would imagine, with how the UFL rules are. Because he downed the ball in the end zone. So again, that's some heads-up football. Typically in the NFL, we only see that be the case when the ball is near the sideline. But yeah, he downs the ball in the end zone. That's some heads-up football right there, assuming that it is being ruled a touchback. Waiting to see where they place the ball. I assume it would be a touchback. Because it makes sense for it to be, but there's a chance it's not, I guess. Give me a good view. Hold on, what? Did I do my math wrong? Oh yeah, I did. DC's at 31. That's on me. I did my math wrong there. No, they weren't. They're calling that a safety? I did not do my math wrong. They're saying that's a safety. Wow. I was so confused for a second of why they're at 31. Yeah, apparently that was a safety. Okay. So DC now getting the ball back up 6. And Chris Rowland returns the safety punt to about the 38. So I assume it's a special UFL rule. I assume, unless he touched it before going into the end zone as well. I truly don't know. I'm okay. Well, that is... Yeah, welcome to the UFL. That is a game-changing mistake then. This ball is handed off to Cameron Harris, who has plenty of space up the middle. Gets past the 50 to about the plus 47. That's enough for a first down. I need to see. This is where I wish I wore headphones without this sometimes, but it's easier without the headphones. I need to see someone explain this. Tiamu going to hand this one off once again up the middle to Cameron Harris. It goes for 2 to the 45. And I'm trying... Okay, so what they're saying is he touched the ball at the 1-yard line and then downed it in the end zone for a safety. Which that would be the case in the NFL as well. So it was not a special rule. It's just the Arlington player making a mistake. Tiamu rolling out left, looking to throw left side, incomplete, attended for T.Y. Scott. It will be 3rd and 8. So yeah, what they're ruling is he touched the ball at the 1, but downed it in the end zone. So therefore, technically, lost a yard in the return, and resorted in a safety. Yeah, that is what Teamu looking to throw on 3rd and 8, pass right side going to be is incomplete, attended for Caden Smith. So Arlington's defense makes the stop, so at least it doesn't hurt them anymore. But now they're down by 6 with 9.5 to go. Yeah, that's a really rare moment. I want to see I want to see replay of that. I want to see a better angle of it. Because I want to see where he touched it from. Yeah, it makes sense, but yeah, it makes sense and is a terrible mistake. Punt comes off clean. Is going to be fair caught and bounced in. Going to be bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. So Arlington down by 6 with 9 minutes to go has a chance to tie the game on this drive. Wow, what an incident. We're at commercial break. And I'm trying to find someone to have posted a replay of this. There is a chance. There is a chance. Okay, I want to see the replay of this because I'm really curious on where they say he touched it at. Cause yeah, that was chaos. I'm desperately trying to find a replay of this. So that way I can try to dissect this and figure out where. Because the only logical sense is when the ball was bouncing, he would have touched it. Which I guess could have happened, but wow, that's a mental mistake there that cannot be made. Still a commercial break. Don't worry. I'm still trying to find the replay of this. Which is weird that play of the... let me go to DC's account. They might have... Okay, here we go. DC themselves finally tweeted us. Let me see where he could have... only thing I could see is his hand was not in the end zone. His hand was at the 1. That is okay. That is a weird, but that's the ruling. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. 9 minutes left, down by 6. Need a drive. Looking to throw. Pass over the middle is intercepted. At about the 42, trying to return it past the 30. And still going, still rumbling. Finally, forward progress is stopped near the 26. First play of the drive. Monte Nicholson gets the interception on Luis Perez. He had Cananella open over the middle, but didn't really put enough into it. At the same time, kind of, I don't know, it was a weird pass. But yeah, second interception of the day for Luis Perez. And yeah, that's going to go a long way to ending this one. So I had an incident years ago playing Madden with a friend where the game went to overtime. And on the opening kickoff of overtime, he accidentally lightly touched the stick up and moved the return man up, and the ball bounced off the back and went out of bounds at the end zone for his safety, and I won the game that way. It was hilarious. Teamu handed this one off, trying to work it up the middle / the left side, going to lose a big chunk of yards, probably about 4-ish. That was Darian Haggins on the carry. Darius Haggins on the carry. So, it's not the first time I've seen something like that happen. It's just the first time I've seen it in an actual game. Which, yeah, that's a game-defining mistake. Teamu was shotgun back to his right, looking to throw, trying to escape some pressure, and he's going to be sacked back at the 35. Kind of hopped into the arms of 2 Arlington players. But Arlington's defense is finally stepping up a bit. They're realizing they need to step up for the offense. And they must be getting tired, though. Well, they've been on the field for a long time. 3rd and 18 now for DC. 7.5 left in the game. Can't really... you can only give up a field goal. It'll be 1 possession. But definitely trying to push him back a little more. Teamu's going to call timeout, as they weren't ready for the snap of the ball by the time the play clock was ready to expire. Real quick, I'm going to see if I can hear what Dean Blandino said about that previous incident. While we're waiting for... Okay, that makes a lot more sense of why that was a safety. So, because the ball was never once in the end zone, no matter where, because it was considered at the 1, even if he didn't touch it. So okay, that makes a lot more sense. Teamu looking to throw in 3rd and 18, trying to escape some pressure, but is unable to. He's going to be sacked again for a loss of about 2 maybe, but 3 straight negative yardage plays. Okay, so what? Finally able to quickly listen to what Dean Blandino said. The ball never went into the end zone and stayed at the 1 yard line. Thus, at the 1 yard line is where it's considered. Because he then went into the end zone and brought the ball back into the end zone, it's considered going from the 1 to the end zone, thus a safety. Weird. 54-yard field goal try is up, and he hooked it to the right. No good. It was the ball was centered really well. Good snap, good hold. Had the leg, but no good. Arlington is escaping disaster over these past 2 drives. 6.5 left. 6-point game. Arlington ball. There's still a chance. Just need the offense to get going here. It's been kind of a slow 4th quarter for them. I say slow 4th quarter. They've put up 8 points this quarter. Perez in shotgun, shifting the back to his right, 3 receivers left. Ball on the 44. High snap, gonna touch past this one to Deontay Burnett, who gains about a yard up to the 45. I say slow 4th quarter, but to be fair, DC has dominated time of possession in this quarter. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left. 2nd and 7, gain of 3 they said. Looking to throw, has time, throwing right side, and incomplete. Too high for Tyler Vaughn. And with 6 minutes to go in the game, Arlington is facing a 3rd and 7. I don't get why they're trying, I don't know. The play calling has been kind of weird, in my opinion, for Arlington right now, because they need to keep things simple. And the outside throws should, in theory, be simple. They're just not. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left. Need the plus 46. Rolling out to his right, going to get rid of it just in time for Devion Smith, who's met instantly for only a gain of 1, but there is a flag. Oh, and there is some fighting going on post play. So they're gonna have to figure this out. There's probably be a post play flag, I would assume. Roughing the passer is the penalty. So that caused the scrum after the play. So a drive saving penalty, which is like the 4th of this quarter, of this half. And Arlington gets 15 yards in the 1st down. Okay, that's cheap. All it was like 2 love taps to the helmet. It was, by technicality, that's roughing the passer. But at the same time, come on, man. And DC doesn't have their challenge anymore. Perez in shotgun, back to his right. Going to hand this one off up the middle to Devion Smith. And being patient, following his blockers, resorts to him being brought down at the 30-yard line for a gain of 7. Just under 5 minutes now in the game. Going hurry up. Perez in shotgun. Going to hand this one off once again to Devion Smith. Up the middle. And he's fighting forward. Might have just gotten enough for the 1st down. It's going to be close, but I think they're saying just short? Just under 4.5 to go in the game. Arlington able to move the ball relatively well. And yeah, they're saying 3rd and short. Perez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers right. Gonna hand this one off up the middle, and Devin Darlington is going to get about 2 on the play, which is enough for the first. Yeah, that's fair, Ball Flash. I mean, these two teams still hate each other, so it makes sense. Pass over the middle to Sal Cannella is caught wide open. Brought down at the 10-yard line, gain of 15. Like, no, these two teams still hate each other. Hate each other. Like, this is still a rematch for the XFL championship last year. So, like, it makes sense that, like, emotions are going to be flaring. I don't know why I couldn't talk there. Perez in shotgun, back to his left. Ball on the 9-yard line. Gonna hand this one off up the middle to Devion Smith, and he's going to get about 2 yards to the 7. 2nd and goal now. .245 left in the game. Perez alone in shotgun. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw. Stepping up. Has some time throwing back of the end zone. Caught. Deontay Burnett. Game is tied. 31 all. 7-yard touchdown grab on a crossing route in the back of the end zone. Perez navigates the pocket beautifully and lays one kind of cross body into the back of the end zone. And yeah, it is similar to, I would say more so us than New England, because those games haven't meant shit for a while. Us and Buffalo, at least this fights for the division. 1 point try from the 2. Perez in shotgun, back to the right to take the lead. Going to hand it off up the middle. Still fighting, pushing forward. Gets some help from his O-line. And Devion Smith. No, Deontay Burnett on the handoff. No, it was Devion Smith. Yeah. Devion Smith gives Arlington the 1 point lead with 2.5 to go. Got stonewalled for a second there, but then his O-line came in and helped him out. And this game is going to come down to the wire. Yep, Arlington just needs one stop from their defense. And as we wait for the kickoff, if you are new, we are slowly approaching 100 subscribers. We're at 5 away. If you are new and you enjoy what you're seeing, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be doing another play-by-play later today for the Houston-Memphis game. Play-by-plays for the entirety of the UFL playoffs and for the NFL season. When that comes around, we'll be doing some there as well. So please subscribe. While you're at it, leave a like. It's greatly appreciated. As we try to make this final push to 100 subscribers, I hope to get it today. Yeah, but Arlington, no more stupid mistakes. Something that sounds simple, but it's the UFL. Kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from the 25. Too bad of a kick. Roland's going to get up to the 40 though, so great kick coverage considering the kick itself. 2:24 remaining. Jordan Teamu looking for a legacy drive. Had his chance with Birmingham earlier in the season. Didn't fully work out. Now with a chance against Arlington. And Perez, that was Luis Perez's 18th passing touchdown of the season. He's been playing incredibly well this season. Now he needs to hope for his defense to finally step up in the fourth quarter with a lead. Teamu in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers spread out to each side, looking to throw. Quick pass is going to be batted away, incomplete. Attended for T.Y. Scott on a slant route. And it is broken up. 2:20 to go. Yeah, any way to keep these UFL games exciting is what the league needs. And I think DC is going to let the clock run to the 2-minute warning. 7 seconds left before it. They're lined up for a snap, but I don't think they're going to get it off in time. They do not. 2-minute warning in DC. That's going to bring us to a commercial break. I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Alright, at commercial still. Final 2 minutes, 1 point game. DC with the ball at about the 40-yard line. The minus 40. So they need, really, because there's only a 1 point game, they only need like 20 or so yards. Since we're at commercial, I'll use the time once again to quickly say, subscribe if you're enjoying. We're again slowly approaching the 100 subscriber mark. I have video ideas for when the UFL season ends, stream ideas for when the UFL season ends. Obviously, I'm going to be doing every single UFL playoff game, all 3 of them. And then the NFL season, I'm going to try to do as many Dolphin games as I can, as many primetime games as I can, and any extra games from there that I feel like could be a good game. So, going to be quite a bit of NFL content as well when that rolls around. Going to be doing some NBA Finals streams, I believe. I got to talk to my friend. I got to talk to my co-host with that, who's more so is around during the NBA content. See, kind of figure out how he wants to handle it. And then may or may not be some Stanley Cup Finals games with the Panthers being in there. I'm gonna be watching those, maybe or maybe not. Yeah, we'll see. I gotta talk to Toasted about it, figure out how he wants to handle it, because it's all on him. Yeah, and you already know I'm riding with the Mavs because fuck Boston. It just every single sport for some reason South Florida and Boston do not get along in the sports world. It's hilarious. All right, first play out of the 2-minute warning. Teamu in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers each side bunched up, looking to throw. Quick pass left side. It is caught, but brought down inbounds is T.Y. Scott. Clock is ticking. 3rd down. Need to hurry it up. Again, they only need a field goal, so it was a lot less pressure, but a gain of 6 on the previous play. So 3rd and 4 is what DC is facing. Ball on the 46. Need midfield. Teamu in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers right. Looking to throw. Has some time. Throwing left side. Overthrows the running back in the flat. Incomplete. 4th and 4. 1:23 remaining. Game comes down to this. Need midfield. Don't need to take a shot. Just need to make sure you get the 50. Te'amu in shotgun. Back to his left. Quick snap. Looking to throw. Now rolling out right. Te'amu going to try to tuck in a run. And he's met behind the line of scrimmage. Arlington makes the 4th down stop. And with 1:16 remaining, they get the ball back up 1. A first down can end it. I don't get what Te'amu was doing there. Well, yeah, there was no one necessarily open, but you had Chris Rowland who had leverage towards the outside. At least try to attempt the throw past the sticks instead of running into 3 Renegades. But as DC has forced 2 turnovers already today, we'll see if they can force a 3rd. And even if they don't, as long as they don't give up a first down, they should have some time left. Not a lot, but it will be something. In shotgun, back to his right, going to hand it off up the middle. Devion Smith breaks 1 tackle, still fighting forward, and he gets 10. That's a first down for Arlington. That should do it. It's spring football. I expect it to be kind of weird. It's chaotic, and I love it, because when I want to watch like non-chaos, that's what the NFL season is for. At least here, the chaos is what makes it entertaining. And yeah, DC is not even calling their timeouts now. A minute left. Clock ticking. Perez in shotgun. Back to his left. Gonna snap it with 50 seconds to go. Gonna hand this one off to Devion Smith. And he's going to be met at the NFL season. Met at the line of scrimmage. Why did I say... I don't know what the fuck went through my head there to say met at the NFL season. Whatever. DC is finally calling their timeouts. I don't know what that was. Yeah, there's been this wasn't even the craziest comeback. The UFL, XFL, USFL, any of those has seen. St. Louis has some pretty crazy comebacks in the past. San Antonio in week 2 had a great comeback as well. 45 seconds left. DC starting to call their timeouts, but I think it's too little too late. Perez in shotgun, back to his left. Ball on the 36. Going to just hand this one off to Devion Smith once again, who is great patience in the backfield, finds a lane, and gains about 3 yards. So DC is probably going to call their final timeout, I would imagine, with 39 seconds left, which, again, they called their final timeout. But they ran another handoff, and that pretty much would kill the remainder of the clock needed. Yeah, this was a great final game for both Perez and Te'amu. If it truly is the final game for them. It came down to the wire. So far 3 games into this final week, every single game has been a 1-point game, which is fantastic for the UFL. Perez in shotgun, back to his right, 3rd and 7. Just going to hand it off one final time to Devion Smith. He gets to the 31. And yeah, the game clock is 1 second ahead of the play clock. That will do it. Arlington doesn't need to call another play. They finished the season 3-1. And completely turned around the season from what could have been a disaster. Instead, it's a 3-7 season, which isn't great, but it could have been a lot worse. And Arlington, they win. they cover. I have been perfect on predictions so far this week for both point spread and money line. All comes down to Houston, Memphis later today. But that does it from DC. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be back later today at around 7 as we have the battle for the number 1 overall pick. We have the Tank Bowl later today. It should be fun. It should be exciting. You want to talk about chaos? That is the game to talk about. But again, that's it from DC. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.